If you have ever wondered how to make and use Rejuvelac, you are in the right place. Welcome back to MENSCH Chef, Tomaso here. Today we are going to learn how to produce this probiotic-rich drink and how to make 4 simple recipes that are part of my diet and will boost up your immune system and revive your gut. Firstly, let's make Rejuvelac by sprouting some quinoa. It's very important to wash it properly to remove the saponin, which is the coating that can make quinoa kinda bitter or salty. After washing it, we soak the quinoa overnight in water, we rinse it well and we leave it covered in a colander or sprouting jar. We rinse it twice a day with water until we see little tails starting to form. This usually takes about 2 to 3 days. I like mine to have fully formed and fairly long tails, so I can ensure all the dormant enzymes will get activated. Once the quinoa is sprouted, we add 1 cup of it per 4 cups of filtered water into a large jar. Now we leave it at room temperature for about 2 to 3 days. Bubbles will start to form and the liquid will become kinda cloudy. At this point it should be ready, and if you taste it, it should be sour and quite grassy. But to be completely safe, I suggest you measure the pH, and if everything was right, within 36 hours, you need to have reached 3.6 level. If not, unfortunately you need to discard it and start again. So now get a strainer and reserve the liquid. This liquid is the Rejuvelac, and the leftover quinoa can be used for a second batch, simply adding the same amount of water to it. When the second batch is ready, you can wash and use the quinoa in your salad, or you can even make some dosas. You can check a quick and easy recipe on my Instagram channel to see how. Now that we have our Rejuvelac, let's get on with our recipes. First up, we have a fermented cashew cheese. This is an entry-level recipe, so you can get to know the product, familiarize with the method, and then change it as you like. We add the raw cashews to a blender and make them into a powder. Then we add the same amount of Rejuvelac together with soy sauce and kelp powder. Kelp is completely optional, but I love it and this is the exact way I learned it. So we blend everything until smooth, transfer the mix to a glass jar and cover it with a cloth. We leave it to ferment at room temperature for about 1 to 2 days until it becomes bubbly. You could also ferment it overnight in a dehydrator, fermented chamber, or even in an oven with just the light on. I love eating this spread with almost everything, and I always have it on the table. But if there was only one way to eat it, I would go with the samurai bread, lightly seasoned cherry tomatoes, olive oil and basil. And that is an unbeatable umami bomb. If you are like me, hit the like button or let me know in the comment section how you intend to use it. Talking of umami, let's move to the second recipe, which is a fermented seed loaf. In the blender, combine sunflower, pumpkin seeds and almond to make a powder. It doesn't need to be too fine. Then add the Rejuvelac, soy and kelp. Once again, this is a starting recipe. Once you nail the texture, flavor and fermentation, you can start experimenting with adding vegetables, herbs or spices. Mix everything together until well combined. At this point, the mixture should be malleable and sticky. Transfer the mixture to a loaf pan and let it ferment at room temperature for 2 to 3 days until it becomes firm and sliceable. This is such a unique flavor that I really enjoy it as it is, and I usually just have it as a garnish or as a salad topper. But if you ever been in my home, you know that the real hero for my salads is the fermented dressing, or better seed sauce, which is also made with Rejuvelac, and it's our third recipe. Now, if you made it till this point, you are quite familiar with the process. So again, combine the seeds in the blender and make a powder. Then add the Rejuvelac, blend until smooth, and this time add mustard, olive oil, apple cider vinegar and salt. This is very simple but super tasty. Get it in jars or containers and let it ferment 4 to 5 hours before storing it in the fridge. Last but not least, we have a live vegan yogurt, which is in my opinion the simplest of the 4 recipes. Just get your favorite milk in a pot, bring it to a boil, and when it's just warmer than body temperature, add 1 tablespoon of Rejuvelac. Put it in a warm space and ferment overnight. The result is unbelievable. The texture is exactly right and the flavor is truly unique. A must try. We came to an end and these were the 4+1 recipes on how to use Rejuvelac. But I would also love for you to try to incorporate this drink in your diet in as many ways as you can. And this can be in your smoothies, shakes, juices, or just have a shot as it is every now and then. Let me know in the comments which recipe you're excited to try. And if you find some values in this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.